My brother's from another mother and my sister's from another mister. You've come to me for the cold hard truth. Today we're going to talk about being broken. And I get a lot of message from you guys now, and I read the messages and the comments and the YouTube videos and on the Facebook page. If you haven't, of course, subscribed to the channel or joined the Facebook page, please do so. And I see a lot of people talking about feeling broken. They're hurt by somebody else. It's either in a relationship or something in life or in business. And I want to share some stories about being broken and taking ownership for yourself and this sort of stuff. A lot of people like to project the pain and the hurt on others. I don't know if they're looking for sympathy, if they're looking for empathy, if they're looking for connection, but they keep saying things, I need her, I need him, I need this job, I need whatever. And the truth of the matter is, you don't need shit. You don't need shit to validate you, who you are, what you're about, what your story is. A lot of us tell ourselves these bullshit stories. Myself, for example, I've had people ask questions in some of the videos, and I've talked about it before, but I've got these scars, of course, on my arms and my neck and on a little bit of my chest as well from when I was a toddler. I was just under 2. And I pulled a kettle of hot water on myself when I was a little kid, and I ended up in the hospital for a couple months, and I almost died. Fortunately, I don't remember the accident, but what I do remember was growing up with these scars on my body. And I felt different, obviously. I felt like a victim. I felt like I was different from other people. I was projecting a lot of that on other people. I felt like I needed acceptance. I needed validation. But the truth of the matter is, I really just tortured myself for like 19 years of my life, because it wasn't until I was 19 or 20 that I grew to accept who I was, that scars were just proof that I was stronger than whatever tried to kill me, and I chose to love myself. But for a very long time in my life, and I didn't need to do this, for a very long time, I let this scar, this part of me define who I was, and use it as an excuse to project pain outwardly to other people and say that I needed, validation, I needed acceptance, I needed love. All I needed to do was just accept myself. I've been the needed, and I've needed as well. There's been points in my life, my early 20s, I remember I had this girlfriend, I broke up with her, and she literally called me up and said, I need you, you're everything, you're my life, I'm going to commit suicide, and da-da-da, and I had to deal with that shit. I couldn't have, held it on my conscience, knowing somebody would have killed themselves over a stupid relationship. And I've been the same thing too, I've been the needy as well. I felt like I've needed somebody in my life to complete me. But it's a load of bullshit. It's probably the biggest BS story that we tell ourselves as humans, the two things that humans are masters of. And the first is we're masters of complicating our lives. And the second thing is we're masters of justifying why we complicate our lives. And it's a true story. Think about that. It's a general theme that I've seen in a lot of people's comments, in the videos, and the private messages that I get. It's like they need this external validation. I need this person in my life. You're not fucking broken. You're not broken. You're fine just the way you are. Where you're sitting today in your life, at this very moment, is a direct result of the choices that you've made in your life. Not external, moments, people, events, jobs, location, demographics, where you were born, who your parents, and all that bullshit. Where you're sitting today, again, most of you guys are adults. You're all over 18 if you're watching these videos. I know, I've seen the demographics. Where you are today is a collection of the decisions that you've made every single day, the choices that you've made every single day. I chose for 19 years to be a victim, to feel like I was different from other people, that these scars were going to define me, and that I was going to let them hurt me, and that I was broken. I was never fucking broken. I'm the same person that I am today as what I was when I was 15 years old, and I would go to the beach wearing a long sleeve t-shirt or turtleneck in frickin' May when it was 20 degrees out, because I wanted to hide the scars on my neck. I'm the exact same person. There's nothing that is that different about me. I've changed what's in my head. You know, the meatball between my ears is the only thing that's changed, changing your perception. So I invite you to leave a comment below, guys. I want to help build this community around becoming a better version of ourselves. And in the comments below, share a story that you might have experienced yourself, where you might have felt broken at one time and you overcame that obstacle in your life. I know that a lot of the subscribers read the comments and they engage in conversation. Same thing on Facebook. Of course, leave a comment below. Like, and of course, if there is anybody that you feel needs to see this message or hear it, you should share it with them. You know, we're going to help build this community and make it stronger and become stronger and better versions of ourselves by improving ourselves. You know, this whole concept of being broken and laying blame on other people or external circumstances for where we are today is complete nonsense. We need to take ownership of our own shit in life. Too many people blame others for their circumstances. They, you know, if they're not happy, then they blame somebody else, their spouse, their boyfriend, their girlfriend, whoever it might be, for where they sit today in their life. Well, you got nobody else to blame but yourself if you're sitting in a shitty spot right now. Even myself, you know, I was the one that pulled the kettle of hot water myself, and even if somebody held me down and poured it all over me and did that to me, I still have control of what's going on in my mind. I have full control of my perception of myself and who I am. Okay, I'll give you a really good resource. If you haven't come across him yet, check out Sean Stevenson. He's got some YouTube videos and he does some talks as well. I'm sure you'll find some great information on his stories. But he's a little guy that broke his bones throughout his entire life. He's like less than 3 feet tall, psychotherapist, and he talks about what's between your ears, you know, that mind. That's really the most powerful thing that you've got in your life, guys. If you change your perception and stop believing that your ass is broken or that your happiness relies on somebody else being in your life, you don't need them, okay? You should want them. You know, if you're married, you don't need your husband or wife. You should want them in your life. So give it some thought. I just want you to give some consideration to that through this journey that we're going through together, of course, on these videos and this channel, to becoming a better version of yourself. Accept it, you know, embrace it, love it, be, just fucking be. Another video that I did, Be Do Have, was a title. I'll put up a card, you can check that one out. Just be, guys, just be. I invite you to browse the rest of the videos that we've got on the channel. There's lots of great and useful information. If you have a special request for something, you can shoot me a private message on the Facebook page. It's probably the best way to get a hold of me. Otherwise, leave a comment below. Thanks for checking out the video. Hope you guys have an amazing day. Peace.